Hi! In this video I would like to talk about change and abundance. I may go more in depth in each of them later on, but this is just an introduction to you. So, abundance, everyone wants it. And most of you may believe abundance means mountains of money. Dollars, euros, mountains of gold, of diamonds, having a big house. No, having 5 big houses, having a boat, having swimming pools, having big cars. Private jet. Yes, I used to believe that as well. Funny thing is, having money doesn't make you happy. No. Fact is, most people I know who have a shitload of money are not happy at all. The people who I know who are happy are the people who always manage to get around. They're the people who always have what they need exactly on the right moment when they need it. That is abundance. And I've been experiencing this for many years. I had years where I earned a lot of money, but I was miserable. And then after that I had years when I earned much less money, but I started to be happy because I had more balance in my life. Because money was not making me happy. It was basically all the other things. Yes, you need money to pay your bills and stuff. But even there, if you have a mortgage that is high like this and is basically choking you, yeah, then don't live in such a big house, in such an expensive house. Sorry to say it, but it's a stupid choice. Yeah, I want to have this big house. And then your kids leave the house and you're alone in a big empty house. I see that with many people who made the mistake to spend enormous amounts of money on a house. Basically they didn't need. It's not about the size of the house. They often say size doesn't matter. And it generally applies. Because to feel home, to feel comfortable, you need a space that makes you feel comfortable. It's not knowing that behind that wall over there are 10 other rooms. No, it's about feeling good where you are. And you can only be in one room at a time. So the number of rooms you need, the number of bathrooms you need, it's not relevant. It's about what you personally need. And then after having had that period where I didn't earn too much, I went to a period where I was earning almost nothing. And I started to discover what really made me happy. There were the little things in life, simple things. And after that, once I had learned my lesson, I landed this great job where I had lots of fun, lots of freedom, lots of work as well, but also lots of money. Did that make me more happy than earning less money? Well, at a certain point I even got a huge raise of salary because I was performing well. It didn't make me happier. What truly made me happy was the things I was doing in my work. So I was lucky to have a job that I really liked. When I say lucky, I actually wanted that. So I put my intention on it. So I got that kind of job. And in my free time, I was also doing fun stuff. Not at the beginning. So at the beginning I was not happy at all. I was struggling to prove myself, to look smart, to have great results. And it's only after a very good talk with my boss back then that I realized what I had to do. Basically, just being myself. And once I did that, things changed. And it's shortly after that that I got my raise. And it's when I started to be truly happy and have fun and enjoy myself. And I got to travel, I got to spend a few weeks in Spain, in an apartment of my girlfriend who had a swimming pool downstairs, was working mornings, afterwards was laying in the swimming pool. And I just enjoyed that. I wasn't getting paid for that because in the months before I was working very long days and there was some kind of balance. that was an unspoken understanding within the company. There are times to work hard and there are times to relax. So, if you do own a company, remember this. It's not always about simply working hard and getting tired and producing even when there is nothing to sell. No, there may be periods when things are slower. Those are the periods when you restructure and when you take a breath. It's very important. Happy employees are the great ones. So coming back to abundance, after having had that great job and the company went bankrupt for some crazy reasons about tax fraud and stuff like that, because some people were very greedy, people playing with money and so, I was without a job and I had to adapt from a salary like this to an income like that. Interesting thing is, I became happy after a few months. I had to let go because I helped building up the company, helped building up certain divisions, expanding everything. But once I let go of that frustration, of the pain of losing what I built, I started to truly enjoy life again. Didn't have much money. Actually, it was the period I had the least money of my life. But I truly enjoyed the little things and became peaceful. And that's when things changed again. And again I started to make money. And I started to learn more and more about what life is truly about. And I started to go through periods where people would ask me, how do you feel? I would say, on the surface there is stress, but deep down, I feel peace. And that didn't change. Since 2012, and I know a lot of you might say, oh yeah, 2012, yeah. In and around 2012 a lot changed for many people. Basically everyone went through shit, and those who started to accept the situation and see how they could adapt, those are the people who actually improved the quality of their lives. And I was one of them. And if you're one of them too, you totally understand what I mean. And this doesn't mean that everything is perfect now for everyone, also not for me. But I see the good in things. You can look at things from different perspectives. And if you have trouble doing that, come to me. I'll show you how. Because it's one of the things I really feel it's very important to keep sharing this with people. And I'm sharing it already now. But talking with you in a one-on-one or within a workshop, I can go much more to the specifics of your life to help you in your situation change that. The basic rule is, you have a situation, look at it from different angles, try to zoom out, and you will see that everything that's happening, even if it seems to be negative, bad, painful, there's a very good reason for it. There's a lesson in that experience. And as soon as you learn your lesson, poof, the experience goes away, the lesson goes away, the pain goes away, and you're free to move forward to the next lesson, of course. Because life is about lessons. We incarnated in this life to learn. We incarnated on this planet to learn a lot. I just heard yesterday that Earth is a very tough masterclass. Once you graduate from here, you have a great master's degree. If you want to know more about this, I'll put in the link, in the subscription, a link where you can see what I'm talking about. It's not me who invented this. These were not my words. But I did realize at a certain point that you can see Earth as a piece of shit in this solar system, with lots of greed, lots of hate, lots of killing, lots of dark energy. But you can also look at it as a school, a very tough school where you go to when you want to learn very quickly a lot about yourself. And when I say about yourself, I talk about what you truly can do, your strengths. Because each and every one of us has a lot of power inside him, a lot of strengths, a lot of qualities. But it's only during tough times that you realize what your strengths are. So embrace it and look back at every tough moment you went through. You watching this video is proof that you got stronger. Because each and every one of you went through tough times, went through hell. Look back, and you are alive. You managed to find a way. Even if it cost you a lot of money or a lot of whatever. But you managed. And you came on top again. So, keep going. And getting on top means every time higher. It means you're growing. Growing stronger. Growing tougher maybe. Or kinder. But you choose where your life is leading. You can also decide for yourself what you truly want. And everything has a price. So if you want to reach a certain point, but there's a big forest, dangerous forest you'll have to cross, it means you have to go through danger. But you want to get there, and you'll find a way to get through it. And it will not kill you. Like the Chinese say, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, most of us live 60, 70, 80, 90 years. So it means we learn a lot and we get much stronger. So this was about abundance. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. So, this was not just about abundance, also about change. Every time you went through an experience, you learned something, or multiple things. At the same time you changed, became a different person. And for every change you wanted in your life, you had to go through many experiences. Good ones, tough ones, but that's how you change. You often say, we want change and we don't want to do much for it. We want it just to come on a silver plate, hand it out to us. That's not how it works. It's actually not even fun when everything comes so easily to you. Yes, sometimes we need moments of peace and things not to be too complicated. But for the real stuff, it only feels good when you know you earned it. Doesn't mean you only have to go through tough times and you only have to work very hard. The real hard work is about acceptance, not about sweating. When you have to work hard and sweat and keep fighting to get something done, you have to ask yourself if it's the right path. I believe if you have to force things, it will come at a very high price. And are you truly willing to pay that price? Look around you in the world. People want things. And what do? They even kill and murder for it. They steal for it. They treat people badly. And do they really sleep well at night? Can they look themselves in the eyes in the mirror? Try that. Try to look yourself in the eyes for a moment, without thoughts, without saying anything, and ask yourself, am I okay? We make mistakes in life. Sometimes intentionally, often not. If we can start to forgive ourselves, then we can also start to forgive others. And we can start to take life much easily. Life becomes much simpler then. Like they say, ride the wave, go with the flow. Well, that is the way, the easy way to live life. So, to resume, abundance comes with change, and change brings abundance if you can connect the dots, if you are open to it. And this is a funny one. Apparently, we, the humans, are one of the few races who are extremely good at putting limitations to ourselves. Let that one sink in. I may dedicate another video to it, or put a link of a video from somebody where I saw it. But I'll have a look at it again and see if it's too complicated, the guy is going too fast. I'll take time to dedicate a video to it and explain it simply, so that everyone understands it clearly, because that's important. I'm not here to look cool and famous and smart. I'm here because I want to teach you something. I want you to understand something. So if there are things I've said that you don't understand, they're not clear to you, be smart. Be very smart and contact me. Either put a comment under the video or contact me through my website, intuitiv.me. And intuitive without an E. Actually, you see it written there. So, take a moment, let everything sink in, look back at your life, look at everything you've overcome, and then have a good look in the mirror. If you do these two things, there's a very high chance that from tonight or tomorrow, your life is going to dramatically change. And if you need more help, you know how to contact me. Be in peace and have a beautiful day.